he helped me rediscover what it is to live in Hawaii again, which was really fun.
Hey there, it's Kristen, and today we're talking with the cast of Disney Plus's brand new show, Doogie Kameāloha M.D. Tell me a little bit about, this show and the roles that you guys are playing in it.
Our show, as you all know, is Doogie Kameāloha M.D, the new series on Disney Plus. It's a reboot of the 90s classic Doogie Howser starring Neil Patrick Harris. In this iteration, it's a young female in the title role of Doogie, played by Peyton Elizabeth Lee. The show is really, it's a coming of age dramedy. It's really focused and centered on female empowerment, told through the lens of females, starting at the top with Courtney Kang, our brilliant showrunner, and really trickling down all the way through the phenomenal female cast with Peyton Elizabeth Lee, Kathleen Rose Perkins, Mapuana Makia, Emma Mizell, who plays Peyton's Doogie's best friend on the show. I play Dr. Charles Zeller. He is a transplant from the mainland, from Chicago, who's coming and doing his residency at the hospital with Noelani, Mapuana's character, and Doogie. He very much jumps under both of their wings as the local island girls to kind of show him the ropes of how to get through life on the island. And he very much serves as the eyes in for the mainland audience. Having everything explained to him really lays things out for the audience at home.
I'm Noelani Nakayama, so I'm the doctor that gets to sort of show him the ropes, and I'm the native Hawaiian girl. So I play a very vivacious, very intelligent, very maybe gets into a little bit of trouble when she can with Charles, doctor. And it's just been really fun. Most of my scenes, I actually get to play with Jeffrey. So we've had just such a blast getting to sort of be the wind beneath the wings, but also sort of the Greek chorus of, what's happening in I almost said Peyton, in Lahela's life.
For Kathleen, I'd love to hear from you about, what it was like portraying, our Doogie's mom and kind of those struggles of being a mom, but also being a doctor, and kind of how you kind of tackled that.
I don't know how moms do it. I have no idea. I can't imagine being the mother of a 16-year-old girl. That's got to be hard in and of itself. But then to add on to that she's a prodigy genius, and she's also a doctor, and she's also working at the same hospital that I'm the chief of medicine at. It was just, we're constantly in each other's business. We're constantly around each other. We're constantly kind of at odds, but also supporting each other. So there was a lot of juggling of emotions for both of these characters. And that was the thing that drew me most to the project, is this relationship between, I'd never really seen it between two women, the mother-daughter relationship, as well as boss, employee and colleagues, and specifically in a life and death situation like a hospital. That's just very compelling. So it was fun. It definitely kept me on my toes.
And, Jason, for you, I love that your character is a little bit more of like the go with the flow, romantic, bringing in that island breeze. What was that like for you?
I think that wasn't a far stretch, but, being raised in islands and having that local flair and that local cultural thing, I found it really refreshing, though, that I could play a character like that has these, this kind of like, love for people, love for the family, and really, kind of almost dropping out of the rat race in order to be a better dad, be a better husband, be in a business that is not so competitive and shave ice and fence flowers. And I think it's just kind of a tapestry of what he wants to project, that kind of colorful, happy existence.
You guys are filming obviously in beautiful Hawaii. What was that experience like?
Actually, Jeffrey took me to a luau Broadway show outside at the Polynesian Cultural Center. We went and watch this sort of the origin of the islands thing. So, you know, a lot of times he helped me rediscover what it is to live in Hawaii again, which was really fun.
Yeah, it was fantastic, you know, and Mapuana was born and raised in Hawaii. So yeah, I really did learn so much from her, and she showed me around. We went hiking and kayaking. She saved my life one day out on this really remote island when we were kayaking, and I got so seasick.
And I learned that land activities are best.
Filming in Hawaii was amazing. I mean, it's my hometown, so it's so cool to go back there, and I was able to spend time with my family, and we get to showcase the islands, which is awesome.
It was my first time ever going to Hawaii, and the location, everything there is beautiful, and the locals are super supportive and very kind.
This is one of those rare shows that, you know, young people are going to be able to see on Disney Plus that focuses on the Hawaiian experience. What does that mean for you?
It's such a culture that everyone's familiar with because of going to Waikiki and the beautiful weather and the temperate weather we have here. But you know, there's so many other layers and nuances to the local culture. Like when we were developing Benny, you know, there's so many questions. It's not just like an Asian Hawaiian guy, you know, it's like there's so many. What school did he go to? What demographic of classification? How did he speak? Did he speak a heavy pidgin accent, or was he kind of educated? So, you know, we found a kind of a happy medium that was able to portray the local culture and bring in his family, his Hawaiian family ancestry into the show in the later episodes, and also bring that, you know, those lessons to the family, you know, bringing them up to speed, and with Clara saying, hey, oh, I didn't know it was said like that, or, you know, it's like, oh, that's an interesting thing, because and that's true to life here in Hawaii with mixed marriages. You know, someone comes to the mainland, and it's like throughout the marriage, you're constantly learning new things. You're constantly, and vice versa. You know, as a local Hawaiian, you're learning about the mainland, you know, cultural things and things that they do there, and kind of melding the two and finding a happy medium.
Mapuana, what does it mean to you to be a part of a show that gets to highlight your culture, especially something that young people are going to get to enjoy on Disney Plus?
Thank you for asking that question, Kristen. I used to not be able to answer that question without crying, and well, great, I might do it again. But it means everything to me to be able to, for our younger generations, for our current generations, to get to watch a show that is so heartfelt, that really keeps the culture in mind and made sure to hire people that are of the land was such a big deal and such a blessing to work on this show.
This is my first ever production, so it's pretty special to me that it got to be with Asian American Pacific Islander and also on Disney Plus, which is a huge platform.
I think it's super special and super cool because there weren't really, you know, there were a few things, but there really wasn't that much Asian American Pacific Islander shows growing up for me. And I think it's really cool that kids are going to be able to see that now.
If you guys like this one, you can check out more of my interviews right over here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.